I love unboxing videos. If you saw the name on the bags, you know that I got these huge bags from Bootstrap Farmer. If you don't know who they are, they make like really heavy duty pots and containers, trays and whatnot for when you are starting your seeds indoors. They're actually more geared towards farmers, you know, that start trays and trays of things to plant in their fields. But I really love their stuff. They're really heavy duty. So I really only have to buy their stuff once because they're going to last me for a while. They're not that flimsy type of containers you can just buy at your, you know, your local hardware store for when you're starting seeds. They bend easily, they break. These guys are the real deal. Need to hide this from the husband. This stuff is great for covering like the sides of your beds. Like if you're just putting mulch down, you put this underneath it and it's a great weed barrier. Now you might be wondering, why is she buying all this stuff in the middle of August? She's not gonna need this until next year, the beginning of the year, when she starts all of her stuff. And honestly, two reasons. One, they came out with some colors that they're not paying me to say this, okay? I'm not making any money out of it. But they came out with some stuff, some colors specifically, that are limited edition. And I'm all about getting stuff in colors, you know that. Before they take them out of the market, I don't know if they'll have them next year, I really don't know. But they came out with some colors of some really cool stuff, so I got those. And two, this year it was really hard when I needed the containers to get the things that I wanted because they were always out of stock, like they couldn't keep up. So I don't know if they had some issues with inventory, with supplies. We all know how that went this year and last year. So I'm just going to get the stuff now that I can, just to be prepared. So let me show you what I got. Just looking at the bags and I'm already loving these guys. So these are their 2.5 inch containers. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so these are the 2.5 inch containers. I have this in red, and this is the color that I wanted to get. This is like the really nice shade of yellow that I wanted to get. Actually, I think her name is Jill from the Whispering Willow Farm. It's her collection. She came out with a bunch of colors, and I got 2 colors. I can't remember what I got. And these are 2.5 inch, and I think, if I remember correctly, I grabbed some trays for this. But I got a few of these guys. Aren't these so cute? I definitely got quite a few of these guys. Yep. All right, and next, these are so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm getting dizzy just looking at the colors for some reason. These are the regular 6 tray containers that if you put them all together in a 10 by 20 tray, you get, oh, maybe I should just leave them there. You get like the 72 cell. You guys, these are like really heavy duty. They came out with this design that they have like these lines on the side, so the things breathe a little bit. The seedlings breathe a little bit better. I got their multicolor, so these are all the colors that they came up with. They have blue, green, orange, pink, and this is more like a lavender. It's not purple. But I have a bunch of those. Okay, so I have a few more of the 2.5 inch containers. I like these. I like this color, but I definitely prefer the yellow one so far. Look at that. I know that this year I had some red ones. I have a few red ones, and I ran out of those containers in that size at some point. So I made a note to myself that I needed to get more in that size. Look at that. These are so cool. More yellow ones. Oh, and these, yes. And because I know that I have been wanted more of this size, these are their 5.5. I can't remember exactly size, but these are like their big guys. Let me see if I can get a couple out. I started a bunch of dahlia tubers indoors in this size, and by the time that I got them outside to transplant them, they were the perfect size. So this is the size. You can tell the size from a 2.5 inch to a 5.5. I can't remember. I'll put the description, the size. But look at that. These are really, really cool. So I think that I got 16. These are a little bit more expensive, obviously. And you guys, when I'm telling you that these guys are not going anywhere, I mean, these are going to last me for a while. Like, just give them a little bit of a rinse and they're awesome. Oh, okay. So I got the trays. These are the trays for the bigger containers. These are 5 inch. I see it now. These are 5 inch containers. So these are the trays. Now the trays or the inserts are really, really nice and handy when you want to move them around. Here I have two. And you want to put them in one tray. So these are like super handy, especially if they're moving around. But these guys will fit nicely in a 10x20 tray. I really, really like this. And these are the trays. Oh yeah, I got a few of those. These are the trays for the 2.5 inch. A lot of people were asking me when I make those seed starting videos about how I was keeping my 2.5 inch containers nice and up in the trays. And I have to say, the inserts just go a long way. Whatever makes it easier, right? There you go. So these are the trays for the 2.5 inch containers. So this tray can just go into one of the 10x20s that I have plenty of from them as well. And they work out great. That's really all I have. I have a bunch more of the yellow 2.5 inch containers here. I kind of ordered a few. I went a little bit crazy. But I'm really loving this shade of yellow. I think that I like it better than this green one, but obviously it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? Let me show you what I'm going to start in one of these trays right now, here at the beginning or here in the middle of August. All right, so I already had one of these trays that I got from the same company, Bootstrap Farmer. So this is the one, it has no holes. This is one of the shorties. I think they use these guys for microgreens, but I find that the trays for the 2.5 inch containers, they fit nicely in there. So there you go. It's just a nice fit. And also today I am going to start some sugar snap peas. And I have never done sugar snap peas for the fall, for trying to get them in the fall. But this is basically what I did. When I ordered these guys, I wanted to try their new containers. And I realized, okay, I might be pushing it with the, with the timing for fall. And I started the seeds in a little Ziploc container, in a little Ziploc bag. Nothing to it. I basically wet a paper towel, as you'll see here. And I put it inside the bag. I didn't completely close the bag, the Ziploc bag, and I just put the seeds in there. So they will get their roots going. And look at that. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. These are the seeds, the sugar snap peas that I put in a wet paper towel inside a Ziploc bag. And look at that. they had been here for about a week or so, less than a week, because once I ordered this, they ship on the same day, and then they were here like 3 or 4 days later or something like that. And look at that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to very carefully, I actually didn't realize the roots were already this crazy. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to very carefully, I might just have to put them on the side. So I'm going to make like a well along the side, and I'm just going to put the seed there sideways. And actually, because I feel like I have plenty, I'm going to leave them open so that I know how many I have there before I cover the containers. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to forward this video. I'm just making a well here on the side so that I don't, if I try to, put this on the top and squeeze it down, I might just break the root that is forming. So I'm just going to leave that there right there. And I'm going to do this for all of the containers. And I might actually put 2, maybe 3 seeds, depending how many I have left here. Okay, so I have all of the seeds here. I have them nicely tucked in there. I haven't covered them yet, but I have 2, max 3 seeds in one of the containers. I had a few of the seeds left here that aren't showing signs of anything, so I'm just gonna not worry about those, but the rest are here. And right now I'm just going to cover everything. Now, if you're wondering, this is regular potty mix. This is just regular potty mix that I had laying around, nothing special. And if you're wondering if I kept the seeds or the Ziploc bag under my LED lights or anything, I didn't. They really don't need light to germinate, at least not these sugar snappies. I basically just put them in a wet paper towel, and I halfway close the bag, and I put them in a corner in a room indoors. They were not outside, they were inside. And a few days later, and that's basically all the germination that I got, which was amazing. And this is what I have in these little containers. Now this container, this whole tray, is going to be outside. It's going to be kept outside, but I'm going to keep it in the shade, mainly because I don't want the containers to dry too much. Once the seedlings start germinating and getting up through the soil, then I will move them somewhere maybe with a little bit of morning sun, just so that the containers don't completely dry out on me. If you're wondering why I don't put the seeds straight into the raised beds where they're going, it's because I am not ready for them just yet. I have a few things growing there that I definitely I still have hopes for those things, even though they don't look that well. So I want to give them a couple of weeks or so. By that time, these things are going to be already, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches tall, and they'll be good to go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some sugar snaps for the fall. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them right away. Thank you.